Atlanta, the epicenter and the cradle of the civil rights movement. Folks, this is the bastion of black excellence, home of the late, great Dr. Martin Luther King, John Lewis, Andrew Young, undaunted paragons of leadership. That is the backdrop for tonight's game as the Atlanta Hawks take on the San Antonio Spurs, the second meeting of the season between these two squads. Welcome, everyone, to NBA Courtside, presented by DoorDash. And the winds of change and trade have gusted through San Antonio. De'Aaron Fox, formerly of the Sacramento Kings, after 7 years, now facing an old foe, Trae Young, in a San Antonio Spurs uniform. One of the intriguing storylines tonight. Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Jones, alongside Richard Jefferson. Lisa Salters joining us in just a few moments. Let's start with this guy right here behind us, De'Aaron Fox, the newest member of the San Antonio Spurs. After 7 years in Sacramento, an all-star, he brings so much to the court for the Spurs.
He brings so much to the table, and what I'm still looking at is Wembanyama.
As we take a look at tonight's big deal moment, brought to you by Walmart, Trae Young leads the league in assists, and he's really trusting his teammates this year.
Trae Young has had an outstanding year. Yes, they haven't won as many games to get him into that all-star game, but there is no doubt. Late in the game, Trae Young, he is the man, and he ended that losing streak while stepping over his opponent as well.
Trae Young, bona fide, qualified, certified, ice cold. We'll be back with the opening tip-off. It's the Spurs and Hawks on this special night in Atlanta.
NBA Courtside on ESPN is presented by Dash Pass, your door to all things basketball.
Both teams shooting the ball well early in the game.
NBA on ESPN is presented all season long by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And in part by Ford, built Ford proud.
It's four. And then here, De'Aaron Fox, this is what they're used to seeing in Sacramento. But now he's in San Antonio, and the future's looking bright.
Victor Wembanyama has a new teammate in black and silver. And their chemistry looks to be just fine so far. Back with more in a moment. San Antonio with its largest lead of the ball game at 15.
And this is the new addition, this quick transition. De'Aaron Fox, best in the business to do it.
Folks, there's a look at our special cast of close to 50 folks, black folks in front of and behind the camera. What a wonderful team photo we took prior to tip-off tonight. And, you know, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the likes of the late John Saunders and Stuart Scott, folks that left us much too early. They've gone home to be with the Lord, and some talented people that are smiling down on us right now. And
the Spurs want to talk about it, even though they've got that 13-point lead.
Moments brought to you by Emirates. And Castle was really flying here, Richard.
Oh, and that's what we talked about, the strength. Look, downhill, feels a body, able to go through it. And look, he didn't even have to go up with one. He went with two.
8 of 12 from the field. The Spurs with a commanding lead. Castle gave Fox a lot of help. Stay tuned for the halftime presented by Hyundai, with Malika, Shanae, and Udonis coming up after these messages. First half stats brought to you by ESPN Bet, the official sports book of ESPN. And what a debut in a San Antonio uniform for De'Aaron Fox. 18 points on a very efficient 8 of 12 shooting from the field, including a couple of threes. Welcome back, everyone, to NBA Wednesday, presented by State Farm. And, you know, as we celebrate Black History Always, the list of black men and women who succeeded in this industry using the audacity of hope coupled with their boundless talents reads like a who's who of the business. Our William Roden has more. The 6 to go in the third. Wemby with the putback. It'll count to the buzzer. The agile, angular Victor Wembanyama with a tip at the buzzer.
Wemby just too big, too tall, too long, knocks it down.
Coming up next, SGA and Devin Booker going head-to-head as the OKC Thunder, the Western Conference leading squad right now, taking on the Phoenix Suns. Book recently becoming the leading scorer in franchise history. Tell me about catch radius.
Oh, catch radius, there's not much how you throw it up and you let the big man finish.
The NBA on ESPN is presented all season long by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Trae Young in transition, the stop and pop knocks it down. Bench is loving it. And if there's one person that you want to box out, that is Wemby. Hunter goes over for a block attempt and leaves the big man free.
With 30 points, 12 rebounds on the night, and he has really been a force at both ends of the floor.
No, it's been outstanding watching him. 13 for 16, 3 for 5 from 3. Just an efficient night, but watch all of these plays. He's doing it through the offense. There's not a lot of one-on-one situations. Rolling straight to the hoop when he sees an open paint.
Down at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Boy, what a game. What a run this turned out to be. Young came alive in the second half to lead his Hawks back, but in the end it was too much from the long, lanky, lengthy Victor Wembanyama and De'Aaron Fox as well. It's been a special day as we featured an all-black cast in front of and behind the cameras on Black History Always Day. Thanks for watching, everyone. So Frong from Atlanta. Coming up next, it's the Suns and Thunder.